This video will describe Chapter 6.5, Solving Proportions. So, in this particular lesson, we're going to talk about how it is that we would solve proportions. So I want to start with two fractions that we know are equivalent. And so that is 1/2 equals 4/8. And I think that most of us would agree that that's true. So the question is, what happens if I were to take this off, pretending for a second that I don't know that 1/2 equals 4/8, and I'm going to call this x, right? Because it's my unknown. So there are a couple of ways that we could solve it, and what I want to really focus on is the concept of cross multiplication. So there are other ways to solve this problem, some of which might be faster, but I want you to practice the skill of cross multiplication because there are problems where cross multiplication is definitely the most efficient and the fastest way. Okay, so this would be cross multiplication. So I'm going to multiply across, and so this number 8 times 1 is going to end up on the left side, and then 2 times x is going to be on the right. Now I want you to notice that the numerator stays on the correct side. Okay, so for example, this 1 was here, so I'm taking the 8 and I'm multiplying it to the 1 to get this. The 2 times x, the x was already on the right side, so I'm going 2 times x and I'm putting it over here on the right side. Essentially, I got rid of the denominators, the numerators got multiplied to something. Now, in this particular problem, it wouldn't matter if you had 2x equals 8, but it will later when we change this to not be an equal sign anymore and to be a greater than or less than sign, where you put it left or right actually does make a difference. Now, if I want to solve this, I need to take the number that's in front of the x, right, the coefficient, I need to divide that to both sides. 2 divided by 2 will cancel out, so I'm left with x on the right side. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. And as we found out from the beginning, we knew that that x should be a 4. And using this concept of cross multiplication, we were able to get ourselves to the 4. All right, now let's practice it on a problem where we don't know the answer. b over 5 equals 12 over 30. Now again, there may be faster ways to solve this, but I want us to practice cross multiplication. And so the idea is I'm taking the denominator and I'm multiplying it to the numerator. So I'm going 30 times b, and this ends up being 30b. And then I'm going to go 5 times 12, and this ends up being 60. So I got 30b equals 60. Now I got to take the number that's in front of the b, and that is 30. So I'm going to divide 30 to both sides. These 30s will cancel out. I'm left with b on this side equals 60 divided by 30 is 2. And so b equals 2. So 2/5 is equivalent to 12 over 30. All right, now, how might I use this in real life? Miss Hidalgo paid $30 for 4 students to visit the art museum. Find the cost for 20 students. So I can create a ratio, right, or a proportion to solve this problem. So I got $30 is how much it costs for 4 students. My question is, how much does it cost for 20 students? So keeping in mind that dollars is on top and I'm trying to find the cost, so my dollars is going to be my x, and this is 20 students. So using this same idea, I'm going to cross multiply. So 20 times 30 is 600 equals 4 times x, which is 4x. Then I need to take the number that's in front of the x, and that's the 4. I need to divide that to both sides. This will cancel out, so I'm left with x equals 600 divided by 4, which is 150. So in order for Mrs. Hidalgo to take 20 students to the art museum, it will cost her $150. All right, that's all we got for you in terms of solving proportions. Please don't forget to do the problems on the bottom of the page. Thanks for watching the video. See you in class.